What did you think when you heard that Colts reaction from fans?
Yeah, it's a very bad look. It's regrettable. And you understand, I guess, in some sense, how the news was broke, obviously. And then there was just so much reason for optimism. The Colts were outstanding last year. Andrew Luck is the comeback player of the year. And, November, December, he's saying this is as happy as I've been playing football. And then here we are in April, May, we have another injury. And it's almost like reminders of how the shoulder injury was reported. First, it was no big deal. Then it was a bigger deal. Then he misses the whole season. And so I think that's probably why the reaction was what it was, but still regrettable in my mind.
You know, Matt, there's going to be people out there in the coming days, fans, pundits, who are going to say, why not tough it out? Take more time off, go out, get better. You've been through the pain of injury. You know what it's like. What would you say to those people who have that kind of reaction?
They have no idea. I mean, this is one of the toughest. I played 18 years in the NFL, and this is one of the toughest guys that I ever played with. And I think most people would tell you this is one of the toughest guys that they've ever played against. I remember having a conversation with Andrew. I finished my career in Indy 18 years, and Andrew said to me, like, wow, you played 18 years. Like, was it super hard? And I remember saying to him, some years are much easier than others. I played 2005, I played every game, it was nothing. I was healthy the whole time. And then there were other years, 2008, where like, man, this is no fun at all. And a year later, after having said that to him, he calls me up, I think it was 2016. He said, wow, I had no idea what you meant, but 2016, just dealing with injury after injury after injury, this was a very tough year. And then 2017 happens. You hear him talk about the cycle, a 4-year cycle of injury, pain, rehab, injury, pain, rehab, both in season and off season. It's tough. It's tough physically, but I mean, even more than that, it's tough mentally, emotionally, everywhere you go in your entire life. Everyone's saying, how's your shoulder? How's your shoulder? How's your shoulder? All the time. It's exhausting. And then I also think as an athlete, not being able to do what you've trained to do, that can be very difficult as well.
And that's a good point right there. So given that backdrop, knowing him as you do, how challenging do you think this decision was?
Well, I know how much he loves football. There's some guys that love being in the NFL, and then there's other guys who just love football. Andrew Luck loves football. He loves the locker room. He loves that it's not a meritocracy, that it is a meritocracy, and those are the words that he'll use when he describes it. But he is the guy that loves football practice, he loves football games, he loves weight training, he loves all of it. And so for him to have to step away, for him to be as open and honest and vulnerable at that podium, talking about what it's like as the starting quarterback to be injured and watch your backup play, like you mentioned with Jacoby Brissett, to see that, how much hurt that had to be inside of him, I have a tremendous amount of respect for him because I know how much he loves the game.
Real quick here, what do you think you'll remember most about his time with the Colts?
Just the respect, the competitor that he is. An absolute competitor, a great teammate, not only a great teammate to the guys in the locker room, but I think the respect from the opponents is something that it'll be universal. You will not find an opponent that will say, I didn't really respect that guy. I didn't really respect playing against that guy.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app, and for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.